must not be his pleasure. Boom, cheap pleasure.
Hello, internets. My name is Iggy Crunchy Bob, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm a good friend of Drew's, or at least that's what he tells me, and me and him did a video about a year ago of us on Modern Warfare 2 racing for a nuke. It only lasted 2 episodes because, surprise, surprise, Modern Warfare 2 turned out to be shit, and I got pissed and uninstalled the game. So yeah, that's my little introduction. I hope you guys liked it. If not, screw you. So I used to be in Doom with Drew, and then now I'm in OP, and he's with Volt, so that's how we know each other. And he asked me to do a commentary for him, and I begrudgingly agree, and I was like, fuck, I don't want to do one for this piece of shit, but yeah, sure, Drew, I'd love to, yeah, I'll get right on that. And so that's what I'm doing now. And another thing I want to announce, and if Drew was trying to keep this secret, I don't give a shit, fuck you, Drew, is me and him are going to be doing a dual montage together sometime in January, I believe. If he gets off his fat fucking ass and does it, then that's when it'll come out, and it's going to be fantastic. His clips are going to be alright, my clips are going to be amazing, with my double and triple kills, they're going to be fantastic. So anyways, my short little commentary for you guys is, I'm a firefighter EMT, and about last week, I would say, my fire department had like this open house thing where kids could come through, they could tour the fire station, they get to ride the fire trucks, they meet Santa, cool community thing to do for the kids. And I was showing off the ambulance for all these kids, and they were coming through, and I was explaining what all the stuff on the ambulance is, and I'm going through my little spiel for them and making them laugh and making jokes and stuff. And then this like 79-year-old woman just comes up onto the side door of the ambulance right in the middle of my little spiel. And first off, apparently this is like a movie or song or some shit like that, but on her shirt in big bold letters it says "God is not dead," which my first thought was, okay, that's weird, why would you have that walking around? That's kind of creepy, but whatever. And then without even like waiting until like my group was done or anything or whatever, and she doesn't say like, hey, please can you do this, or when you got the time, would you mind? She just goes, take my blood pressure. I was like, excuse me? Like, I'm kind of like looking at her like I'm in the middle of a thing here. She goes, take my blood pressure now. And I'm like, are you feeling okay? Like, are you asking me to be evaluated or something? Or are you just kind of ordering me? She goes, just take it. So I was like, fine. So like, normally I would have told her to fuck off, but she's the 79-year-old woman, and plus, I'm in front of kids, and so nothing would have good, and plus she was clearly not going anywhere until I did it, and I don't need my chief, coming to me like, did you tell a 79-year-old woman that you were going to take her blood pressure? What the hell's wrong with you? So I was like, whatever. So I'm doing it, and I just take a really crappy fast one, and I'm like, oh, your blood pressure is 120 over 100, and she goes, oh, okay, and then I go back to talking to the kids. And I was like, explaining to him, I was like, this, what I was just doing is the blood pressure. He goes, that's pretty normal for me. I'm like, what the fuck? And she goes, sometimes it's really high. Like one time I went into the doctor's office and it was like 180 over 130. And then sometimes it's like 80 over 60. I'm like, cool. Can I get back to talking to the kids? And then just to like spite me, I'm rolling up the freaking, blood pressure cuff, and I cut my finger on the Velcro. Like, are you fucking kidding me? Who cuts their finger on Velcro? Are you shitting me right now? So now I'm like bleeding in front of the kids, and this kid like starts freaking out because he does not like blood, and he's like, he starts like trying to get out of the ambulance, and I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ! And the woman goes, oh, that's pretty bad. You should get a Band-Aid on that. I'm like, no shit, bitch. How about you get the fuck out of my ambulance? And I slapped her across the face. And this all happened, by the way. I totally did that. Don't refute me. You weren't there. How would you know? You weren't there. You never don't know me, motherfucker. So yeah, anyways, that happened. And then, about 10 minutes later, one of our lieutenants is walking through the station, and all of a sudden he starts having like a huge asthma attack, and he runs outside, and so I'm like, what the hell? So I run to him, and he goes, I get my, inhaler from my truck. So I run and get it, and I come back, and, he takes his inhaler, and, the medic on staff and like 2 other people kind of come out, and they're like, what the hell happened, Randy? And he goes, I think somebody was like wearing patchouli oil, and that stuff just shuts me down. Now, for those of you who don't know, who don't smoke weed. Patchouli oil is like something hippies use that covers the smell of when they smoke marijuana. And it's so disgusting, but it covers the smell of marijuana. And the two people that were there, they're like, what's that? And he just looks at him and he goes, it covers up the smell of certain substances. And they don't get the hint, and they go, what kind of substances, does it cover? He goes, certain organic compounds. And they're just standing there with the dumbest fucking looks on their faces. They're like, what does that mean? He goes, just don't worry about it. And they keep drilling him as he's still trying to catch his breath. And finally, the other lieutenant goes, it covers the smell of marijuana. And my chief looks over at him anyone over the age of 20 would know that, but he looks at him like, how would you know that? And I just kind of look at my chief. I'm like, that's pretty common knowledge, dude. And then he told me to shut the fuck, and he slapped me across the face. And then, it turned into a big brawl, and our whole fire department started fighting. And then afterwards, we all got beers. And this is totally true. Santa came and gave us all coal for being naughty boys. And that's the end of the story. I hope you guys liked it. And if you didn't like it, you can go right to hell and shut your mouth. Don't forget to leave milk and cookies out for Santa, or else he'll do something bad to your parents. Alright, bye. Love you guys.